Hello everyone and welcome in this new Ask Me Anything back to school. I'm with Loïc and Thomas. Hello guys.
Hi guys.
Hi.
How are you doing guys?
Yeah, fine, great.
Great?
Yeah, we have tremendous week and tremendous month ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so I just want to introduce this new studio because we are in a new studio. Yes, thanks to Thomas and Manu that here. Yes, hello guys, thank you. So I just want to go back to last month. Loïc, can you explain what happened last month?
Mm,
For
Like for Galeon? Yeah, it was quite an intense month. So intense in different area. I would say in the healthcare part, we are getting closer and closer to start with the 𝐀𝐁𝐎𝐍 deployment. You know that is a very key milestone to deploy the first EHR. At the same time, we launched the gamification on Atlantis, and we started to get a lot of traction on the token, and that's just the start. So quite a very nice month, I would
Yeah,
say.
very nice man. So guys, maybe we can, as an introduction, can you give us maybe some info about the next months for Galeon? Because on X they can see us. Maybe at Twitch it will come in just few seconds. But can you explain what is coming for Galeon in the next months?
I think maybe Thomas, you can highlight some elements.
Yeah, so the team is going to very big crypto events and events with an S. So we start next week with token 2049 in Singapore.
Yeah.
This is, I think, the biggest crypto event in the world. If you consider, so also happening in Dubai every 6 months, every year in Dubai and 6 months after in Singapore, and there are a lot of very big KOLs, and the idea is to go there and meet those very big influencers of crypto,
Yeah.
and to show them what we can do at Galeon and where we are going. So our progress, so how we move forward, and slowly but surely we are gaining attention and traction
Yeah.
on those guys. So this will probably, I can't say anything, but probably will have some influence on the crypto, I would say, path of Galeon.
We didn't tell the people, but what is Galeon?
So we train medical AI in a decentralized manner. So is the purpose of Galeon is like structuring medical data. So we build the tool for the hospital to put all the data of the patient. And after we allow the startups who want to train medical AI to train it in like many hospitals without having privacy issue.
Yeah.
And that's so we are really in the decentralized science place.
Right. And as an electronic health record, and in the future, in the near future, population health management will cover the country. Like for now, we cover the hospital or groupment of hospital.
Yeah.
But in the near future, we will cover the whole country.
And for now, we already connected 18 hospitals.
Yeah.
It's about 3 million patients together, like more than 10,000 caregivers that are using it. And I think it's like
The 3 million patients.
for the patient files, it's about now we cover maybe I say around 60 million of patient files because we got a lot of elements from 𝐀𝐁𝐎𝐍 because now we become the core of this hospital, and so it's just the beginning because the more we connect hospital, the more we gather data.
Yeah. Regarding, so this is I would say the healthcare part, but regarding the Atlantis part, can you maybe explain what is Atlantis? What is the platform of Atlantis, and how about the gamification?
Yeah, so Atlantis, so it's existing right now. So if you are looking and you don't know about it, you just go to atlantis.galeon.care. This is the platform for users to gather, for people, for pioneers, we call them pioneers, our community together. First to enter the community also. So entering the community is, you have to be skin in the game. So it's you buy some Galeons, and Atlantis makes it very easy to enter the crypto world because you can buy with your credit card. But this is just the beginning. So the Atlantis has been up and running for like several months from December, and we have been like building a lot of stuff around and on it. And today, this week, we released the gamification part. So the idea is everybody can be part of Galeon's, the Galeon's pioneers. Everybody, if you have, of course, if you have like a lot of money and you buy a lot of tokens, that's I would say easy. But you can also enter with a small amount of money and go up the ladder of the Galeon pioneers by tweeting back our by subscribing, by tweeting, but also by participating very easily on the gamification part, so the pioneer part of of Atlantis. So it's a very I would say an easy way to enter a project, to follow us, and even to push forward for the future of medical AI.
Yeah, just for guys that are on Twitch, please go on X, on our X account, Galeon Care. For now, on Twitch, we do not have some screens, so displays. So please go on X, and you will see us. You will see our face, beautiful face.
And I want to add some elements about the Atlantis experimentation, I would say, because we, as builders and innovators, we are experimenting some pieces, sometimes with success, sometimes with failure. We saw it. For me and for the team, what is the Atlantis is the gateway from Galeon to the public. It's like, because right now Galeon is on the hospital side. It's really hospital related. The director of hospital need to sign contract with us, so there is a lot of friction, of course, because we host all their data, so that's normal. But now with the Atlantis, we are connected directly to people. So first is the community of pioneers, the investors of Galeon, and we're gonna expand it to the community of patients or caregivers with different applications. So this one is just the first step. We see that is already working quite well. And the gamification part, like some people were like, first they were a bit skeptic about, there is the gamification, it's too much gamified, but you see that it works. Like, thing is, like, what I like sometimes when we do those kind of experiments is like, I don't care what people say, I look the results. And the results are there. It's working. So now we need to improve it and now to scale it. But it's working already.
Yeah, and regarding, because a lot of people are talking about AI, do we integrate AI in our 𝐀𝐿, in our apps? Maybe we can talk about AI, because everyone is talking about AI.
So that's really nice because to use medical AI, you need to have a data layer. You need to have the data well structured, well organized, because if your AI is garbage in, garbage out. So if you have a shit in your data, you will have shit in the outcome with the AI. So the first step was really to create the backbone of this AI. But what is really nice now, we started to innovate on this one. So now we use AI to read the prescription of the patient and inject those data in the software of the doctors. So first, they gain some time and they gain some security because we do some control on that. When we tell them, be careful, you have these things. For example, when a doctor look in a patient file, there is sometimes like 200 or 300 documents, and they don't have the time to read all those documents. So the first step, that we made a search engine on those documents of the patient. So suddenly the doctor have a mini Google in the patient file. And the second step, now we are building some LLM on top of that, so we can summarize the patient for the doctors. So instead the doctor reading 300 documents, it will have a summary like of 10 lines of this patient. So that's really nice. And what we build on AI is not like fashion, like thing. It's real use case. So
it's not bullshit.
Yeah. We don't want to do AI for AI. We try to solve problems for the doctor thanks to this technology. And we know that this technology can be dangerous because it's hallucinate in some case. So that's why we find some case that we can cover this hallucination quite well.
Yeah. Guys, if you have question, please ask in the chat. We will answer it during the Ask Me Anything. I just want to go back to the events, Thomas, because you told us that we will go to Token 2049, but what's next?
So after Singapore, we will go to Madrid also, merge Madrid. In the same time, because crypto is not the only thing that we do, as you understood in Galeon. At the same time, during Madrid, a part of the team, and Loïc is going to Luxembourg also. Luxembourg, where we have been 3 times now. So it will be the 3rd time that we go to Luxembourg. Luxembourg is the small country in Europe, probably the richest country in the world if you get the data per person, and they have the best, I would say, some of the best medical system in the world, and they invest a lot on it. So they really are at the forefront of the medical, I would say, innovation. Medical innovation, but also hospital innovation, administrative innovation. And we are talking about them very closely. And we are looking at what they need and what they want. And we have quite a fruitful discussion right now. So merge Madrid, Luxembourg at the same time. We are targeting at the Luxembourg space them for the population health management. So basically telling them, okay, is your population in good shape or not, and what you can do to improve it. So it's since COVID crisis, it has shown to be like very touchy thing, and we need to base the policies on data, and that's why we need a field tool like Galeon to work on that.
Yeah, you're right. And I just want to go back to crypto because the market is really, really hot, getting hotter and hotter. And we have seen the price of the token, Galeon token, that is rising, pumping a bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Why? Why it's pumping like that?
I think people start to recognize Galeon as a solid crypto project because 3 years ago, some people were thinking, yeah, maybe it's a scam. Those guys will not build what they are doing. And we show that slowly, but certainly, we build and we improve. We onboard more hospitals. We increase the team. The last step that we had released a few days ago is the key partnership with Samsung.
Yeah.
So Samsung is
That's huge.
Yeah, it's an amazing brand. And in the healthcare, they're really huge.
And can you explain the partnership with them? Why is it so big?
Yeah, that's very important because when you talk to a country like Luxembourg, even if you are 50 people or 100 people, they still think that you are a small company.
Yeah.
So they want that you come with some partners that can build some trust, some very strong partners. And a company like Samsung is a very strong partner. And the good things, sometimes when you do partnership, we tried some partnership with other company, but sometimes they want to eat you. Basically, they want to buy your company. In the case, or you a bit competitors, but in the case of Samsung, they're really good at hardware, and we are really good at software. But to run software, you need hardware, and when you have a hardware, you need good software on it. So it's a very good match to bring innovation in hospitals, because every day people use smartphone to do everything, but in the hospital they're still on big computers, very slow stuff. So, and a nurse can go to the patient bed and use the Samsung smartphone with Galeon on it and write some elements, or take the blood pressure, or dictate some elements to the Galeon. So that's the future that we are building with Samsung.
And can we go in the future with this kind of partnership? Can we go in the future and maybe let's imagine what is possible with this kind of partnership in 10 20 years. What is possible with this kind of partnership?
Yeah, I would say even shorter, few years, 2-3 years in the coming years. I think something is it will transform the way of doing care. Because when, for example, the nurse is with her big computer, she doesn't look at the patient, so she doesn't talk to the patient. She's on the computer typing. So she go to the bed of the patient, she can just type on the smartphone, and talk to the patient. When the nurse need to type the observation, it takes a lot of time, and So she go to the patient and say, okay, Galeon, I've seen that, the blood pressure is like that, the patient has a bit of temperature. And with the Galeon intelligence behind, like all this data gathering with the smartphone, with the devices, we collect them, analyze it them, and after with the AI, we can detect some potential complication and suggest to the nurse or to the doctors, yeah, be careful, this patient needs this treatment. So this is the what I see in the near future, like few years, like what is coming. The next step will be probably a bit bigger, like some connection with the DNA of the patient analyzed, like big data analysis.
Yeah, I have a question from the community. I will just go back to the question. Will Belgium hospital be targeted soon?
So we talked about Luxembourg. We in previous AMAs we talked about also Swiss hospitals, because as you may know, we are in Nancy, not far from Geneva, and it's not by chance. It's also because the Swiss market is an interesting market, and the Belgian market too. Why are those three countries quite interesting? It's because they are quite wealthy in the term of they're putting some good money on their hospitals, and but they don't buy the innovation at the very first time. They need a bit of time to an innovation to prove herself, and France is the perfect market to do that. So we started in France. We are building up in France. Now we have a 18 hospital network, and now we are quite strong to go outside, to go to Belgium, to go to Luxembourg and Switzerland. Why also those three countries? Because they speak French, and so it's Galeon software is written in English, but translated in French. But it's way easier, of course, because we started in France, to go to French-speaking countries at the very beginning. So yes, Belgium is a target.
Yeah.
And something interesting about the language, they speak French, but not only, they speak other language in this country. So German, Italian, for example,
Dutch.
Luxembourg, Dutch. So in this case, they're gonna need Galeon in French and in other language. So it's a way to test our capacity, ability to move to other language, other country. And we cannot target all the country in the world at once. So we need to build strongly the trust of those country, and after we go to other country.
Do we have some news from Luxembourg? Like, because we told that to the people that Luxembourg, like it was 2 years ago now. So we started to have some discussion with the Luxembourg government. Do we have some news from them?
Yeah, we have meeting with them like in the event, the next event. They delay a bit there. They want to do a public offering for this national patient file.
And the government has changed.
Yeah, the government has changed, so that's why they delay a bit, but they still need it. So, and they watch carefully the progress of Galeon, like the improvement our tech. When they met us first, we had like fewer hospitals. We have like the coverage was much lower. So now they see that we are successful, we grow. So it's important for them too.
Yeah. Guys, if you have question in English, please please ask it to the chat on X. We will answer it. And if you do not have question, we will wait a bit, of course. But if you do not have question, we will switch in French as usual, because it's already the time. And of course, we will have the last word in English. But I would just check if we have some other question. We have what is the next target price? Maybe we can answer it. What is the next target price for Galeon? Because for now it's 3 cents, almost between 2 and 3 cents.
It's like the
What is
target
the
price for this bull run?
Yeah, for this bull run and for the next bull run.
Yeah, for the next bull run, it's much higher than the one.
Yeah.
But for this bull run, I would say about $2.
$2. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice,
that's my
nice.
target price.
Nice target price.
Yeah, that sounds bold. But yeah, we saw
are
some
bold.
project that made it the previous bull run. We saw, like, for example, Sandbox was starting a bit at this level that we are, and they end up really high. So, but yeah, for us, it's it's one step, this bull run, because it's important to be able to for the company to finance the company. and to continue to grow and build. But it's just one step because we know it's a very long-term project from Galeon.
We have a question from 𝐿𝗚𝗓𝗓. How the deployment in Marseille is going? Yeah, nice. This is a good question. So we have, as usual, and as every project, we have a bit of delay because building a 𝐀𝐁𝐄𝐎𝐍, an electronic case record takes time. So we have a bit of delay with them. So I think it's now January for the deployment.
Yeah. We made an assessment a few weeks ago with them because of course to launch there is they wanted extra features to cover, and we cover a big part of it, but there's still some missing. So we decided together to postpone it a bit because they were. In the side of Galeon, we're quite in a hurry. We really want to deploy it as soon as possible. And in the state of Galeon right now, we can deploy it today. But they want some extra small details, small features, and they're okay to delay a bit. So that's why we should have started in December, but I wanted to wait after the holidays, like Christmas
holidays,
because so it will be January.
Okay, so we have another question from Tanguy. What is the mechanism of Atlantis? We don't own the token. How exit? Because you say that you buy back. Maybe you can explain a bit about the buyback, about the mechanism of the buyback, and for now, people.
So I will start with the user experience of Galeon. So if you log in and you sign up on Atlantis, especially I hope that you log in with a referral link because you have a 50 euros bonus for your first buy. So you enter Atlantis, you put your phone number, etc. You arrive on the first page, and then you can buy some tokens in packs in the shop. And you can also participate in quests and so on and so forth. You buy the token, and this is quite important. The token you get are vested. So that means that during 3 years, the tokens are liberated slowly, and it allows the company to avoid pump and dump. So it's good for the community, it's good for the company, and it's good for the people because they keep interested and they keep looking at what we're doing, and it's not just up and down. So the tokens are vested, but it's your tokens. The Galeon company has a debt towards you during 3 years, so that we will in Galeons. So you will be able to claim and free your Galeons in the meantime every day at 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. you can click on claim and you will get available tokens. And in I would say in a few weeks time span. So today we are in September. And so in October, probably, we will allow you to withdraw or deposit your tokens. So use your MetaMask, your Trust Wallet, and your wallet, your Web3 wallet, and get back the tokens. So this is like your experience on that. And your question was also about the buyback question. So as I told you, the Atlantis is running. Has been running since last December. And we had a lot of buys. People are trust us enough to give us to tell us, okay, I'm buying Galeons at the price with my credit card on Atlantis, and I will take them back in a few time later when the feature of taking it back is available. So and so that's why there has been this campaign of buyback. It's because we bought. With the money, we bought the tokens.
Yeah, and I can explain a bit more the logic around it.
Yeah.
When you buy tokens on Atlantis, it's the Galeon company who sell a bit of its own token. We have a reserve of token, and it's allowed to finance the project, like pay the salary of the people, and at the same time it's reduced a bit the reserve of Galeon. Of course, the company has quite a big amount of tokens, but we decided the problem of that, the buy pressure was not touching the market. Like, when people bought it on Atlantis, you didn't see it on the market because so we wanted to, as the economics of Galeon are going quite well, we say, okay, instead of just selling the treasury of Galeon, we're gonna, the money, when the people buy the tokens, we will buy it again on the market. So because those tokens, the people will be able to withdraw it at some moments. So the buyback wallet represent the tokens that the people has bought, and of course it will be given back to them when they withdraw. But as you say, it's vested on 3 years. But at the same time, it reflects the pressure on the market, and that's we saw in the last few weeks. I think we had almost a 3x jump from 1 cent to 3 cents. Because suddenly it's the real buy pressure. It's like, because we wanted to align Atlantis with the interest of the investors. So the more you talk about Atlantis to your friends, the more you're going to be buy, and the more the buys will be impact the market. And as right now, Galeon is on decentralized exchange or small centralized exchange. It's hard for people who don't know well crypto to go buy Galeon. In Atlantis, it's really easy. You put your credit card and you get some Galeon tokens. So we reflect this buy pressure because this one can be really, really strong. Like with the referral program, it can be really, really strong. So we want it to reflect on the market.
Yeah, and we onboard a lot of non-crypto guys and girls. So this is, I would say, the easiest path for crypto to get some guidance. Okay, we will switch in French, but just before that, just one last word, guys.
Let's say enjoy the ride, as usual, as in Galeon.
And as usual, go Galeon.
Go Galeon.
And for me, I would say thanks you, Samsung, to trust us. I think it's a very strong move.
If you watch.
Yeah, thank you, guys.